sorry I'm sitting so much and not moving as much. My knee is really yonking with me now. Whew. Now it looks like it's pretty much settled down. Got people are in their cars. I'm not sure if somebody's. I don't know. Excuse me. Outside. Oh, that's outside the fence this time. Inside the fence. Have folks are piled up in their sleeping bags now. Napping out. People are fussing about the fire. It's morning now, so now it's time to the fire's out. People are just kind of hanging out and wrapping it up. I guess that's the best way I can. That's the best way I can describe it. Is folks are wrapping up, or maybe I'm just wrapping up. I don't know. It's hard to know. There's a beautiful little unicorn over here. Anyway, yeah, so, I mean, now, I'm just kind of, standing. We're just standing. And, let's wander over. So, there's, embers. And now it's really hard to see because, like, the lights are out. Oh my heavens! Yeah. There's a lot of garbage. That, they're going to be busy tomorrow. There's tents, garbage bags. Tent frames or pop-up frames, I should say. They're going to be busy tomorrow morning picking up garbage. That's feeling like maybe they actually get a little honest day's work there. Honest day's work.
The sharp guy was saying we really don't have the numbers for the cops to come out and fuck with us.
Look, man. Them to have a reason to come back out and guess all that. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want them to get gas.
You ever run into this building like a big boy? Y'all know Ted barely took one fucking tear gas, right?
Yeah, they'll be busy this morning.
Yeah, you knew he wasn't going to
cleaning up. But the fence held, and this is why. Now, remember how they had the barricades up in Seattle. This is a double. This is not a single one. And if you'll notice, well, can't really shoot. There you go. See that? No loops or anything. But so you got the doubles here, and then the fence is trying to get my light to clip around here so you can actually see the fence. So it's got the panels on the bottom there, and it goes underneath the double barricade, highway barricade. So that fence is not going to go anywhere. They would have to so, and they're interlocking as well. So they're interlocking. Interlocking, weighted down, bolted. Woo! Sneezy. Sneezy. And so the fence did not come down. Now, that is not to say that it may not have spent a lot of time like actually trying to get it down. Whew. There goes Villain. Off again. But yeah, there's a lot of garbage to clean up in a couple of hours when the sun comes up. There's lots of pepper balls on the ground. Lots of umbrellas. Ooh, look what I found. Let's see here. Bear with. Bear with. This is going to be a ta-da. There you go. That is a pepper ball. Don't drop it. Unexploded. That is plastic. This is the gray. Is soft. It's very soft. So it will burst easily. But that is what is being shot at people, and that's the white explosions and the dust. Here's one over here. There's one over here. See that? So, and it's got the powder inside, the pepper powder inside. So yeah. That is one of the many munitions. I guess I'll keep that, right? I should keep that. Is that a yay or a nay? Should I keep it? Have like a souvenir. That's part of the ordnance that they're firing at people. It's kind of cool walking around the area with just in the street with no real expectation about looking both ways or anything like that. But again, if you notice, this is not like Seattle. You think I should save it? Okay, I'm gonna save it. I'll call it my oh. I'll call it my parting gift. So again, you see here, we've got a lot of slogans, a lot of writing, a lot of words, a lot of verbiage. We don't have a lot of art. There's some, but not a lot of art. I think that is a big difference between Seattle and Portland. There's a big difference in how we protest. Oh, hey. Community healing event. Friday, July 24th, 5:30 p.m. That's at Halliday Park. And so yeah, if anyone is in the Portland area, would like to participate in a healing event, that will be today. Yeah, your neighbor's house is burning, but all houses matter. See there? Yeah. This is your argument that you'll need for all lives matter. People gathered again at the 7-Eleven doing their thing. And whew. Folks are just slowly walking away. Like me. I'm definitely slowly walking away. I am so slowly walking away. I am so slowly walking. So slow. So yeah. There you have it. 2 evenings of a Portland protest. The mayor came down tonight. Here, let's swap around here. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. There we go. So, two nights. Ooh. I'm scared holding this thing. 2 nights, and we got spicied really good last night, twice, and did not go live in the spicy zone as much tonight as last night. But did get definitely did get some spice going on, and I still smell it. But having sealed up my ballistic goggles, and that made a huge difference. Dude, don't start your shit again. Oh my God. Really? You're just gonna make me do this, aren't you? Alright. You're just gonna make me do this. Fuck off, bro. Ugh. There we go. Sorry about that. Assholes, right? You ban them for 13 minutes and what do you do? Anyhow, so where was I at? Oh yeah. So not as spicy tonight as what I did last night, but still spicy enough. Just heading back to the hotel. Whew. It's been a good one. It's been a good day. I think we accomplished a lot. I hope you got to see lots of good stuff. See stuff I probably didn't even see or notice. It's always nice to be able to let people just kind of observe on their own, you know, what they want to see, and kind of let them make up their own minds about stuff. You don't have to listen to me. Never listen to me. I'm just one person, and obviously you know I have opinions. But the mayor came out tonight and he said words. Some of the elders asked that people listen to him. There was definitely some opposition. Some people wanted to listen. Some people did not want to listen, and that's cool. You know, that's part of our society. Oh wait, here, oh goodness, I can do this. Holy shit! I can take my ears out. Holy crap! Oh my god! I can actually hear things. Holy shit! I can hear things without myself. Oh, that's so much better. Holy shit! Anyway, so goodness. The mayor came out and spoke. There were lots of other people who came and spoke as well. So it wasn't just the mayor that was speaking. Bear with. There. That's better. Yeah, this is all going to be, I know, right? It's like, well, I'm away from the protest area now. So, yes, and my hair is like all up right now. I have it all up because I did not want CS gas and pepper balls and everything else in my hair and on my scalp and everything. Yeah, I'm still gonna wash and shower and shampoo and all of that stuff, but it's after last night I discovered that it is definitely much better to cover up. Cover as much of your skin as possible. Cover your hair, cover your scalp, and basically you just don't have like all of those chemicals sitting on you. And then when you get home, ditch your clothes and wash them separately from all of your other clothes, because they are, you know, basically imbued with these chemicals. And so anyway, after the mayor spoke tonight, there was a period of time where he went down into the people. He was actually in the people with the constituents, basically. Like I've never seen a politician. The dude was buried. He was like, you know, at least 6 or 7 deep with his constituents, you know. And he was answering them. He was responding to them. So, you know, regardless of my opinion of him, I am going to give him credit for that. Because Mayor Jenny Durkan of Seattle never did that. Never did that. So, you remember that, Seattle. Your mayor was afraid. This mayor, asshole though he may be, and someone who may need to resign and get out of his job for not taking care of all of his constituents the way he should have. He did that. He came out. So okay. And so that's good to remember. Then after about an hour or so, after we had just like kind of been wandering around, and I did not realize that he was still there. He was still in the zone, and he was actually standing on that federal fence, and, you know, standing there with the people. And, you know, every now and again the feds would lob a CS gas canister out, and the wind has been like just steadily blowing west. No, it's been steadily blowing from the east, no, from the west to the east, so eastward. Has been steadily blowing east, and he was on that far end, and he got spiced. He got spiced. And that is when we noticed him ditching and running, because he only had a paper, you know, surgical mask. He didn't have a gas mask. He didn't have, you know, any eye protection or anything. And so they hustled him, you know, on his feet. He stayed on his feet. But yeah, he got spicied, and they hustled him back to City Hall, in which we all kind of flooded over there, and, you know, followed him, basically. And that was about the time, right after that my phone died. For the first time. That was the first time it died. And so he made it back to City Hall safe and sound, I guess. So yay for him, right? That's always good. Yay for him. And so that was good. If anything at all, Ted now has a basis for comparison, very mild, I'm not gonna lie, very, very mild basis for comparison, because I think the feds went easy on him. They weren't like firing like 900 canisters all at one time while he was in the area. But they just enough to spice him up a little bit. And he, goodness, what is this? Oh, look here. Oh man, oh, it's an escape place. Anyway, so it does give Ted a basis for comparison. It can give Ted, if Ted wants to learn. Ooh, there's something in my eye and it's not my finger. If Ted wants to learn a measure of empathy of what his constituents have been dealing with on a very minor scale for the past 53, 54 days. And so that's cool. So yeah, I think it's been a very fruitful a fruitful visit. I have enjoyed my stay here. My hotel has been amazeballs. The service folks have been just incredible. Photography shop. I stopped by Shutterbug. Shutterbug in downtown. If you're in Portland, you get a chance. If you need photography supplies, or if you need, like me, I needed the monopod. I picked up a monopod and I picked up a lavalier mic. They also have boom mics as well, and tripods, and all those fun things that people that stream can use tools. So yeah, Shutterbug. Excuse me, that was in downtown Portland. So if you get a chance, definitely go hit it up. It's really good and the prices were really nice. Folks here have been good. It's been good. I'm gonna try and get back down here again. Don't know when, but hey, you never know. We'll see how it works. And I want you guys to have a really good rest of your day. Have a good morning, have a good breakfast, etc. Eat your Wheaties. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one.
Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. You gotta back up a little bit. Otherwise, there's no way to listen to what he's gonna say. Please, everyone, back up a little bit here, please.
Fuck Ted Wheeler.
Absolutely.
Fuck the police. Fuck Ted Wheeler.
Absolutely.
Fuck Ted Wheeler.
Please, let's at least give them some space.
Fuck Ted Wheeler. Fuck Ted Wheeler. Hey, hold on, bro.
You gotta let the man speak before you can say anything.
Yeah, no, he doesn't deserve to speak. He's a fucking fascist. Fuck you.
I know you are.
Hey, next person that pushed me is getting knocked out. Next person that pushed me is getting knocked out.
You're right on my team.
Next person that pushed me is getting knocked out.
Fuck Ted Wheeler.
Thank you, thank you. Stop pushing.
All right, I'm just going to talk. We're going to get the mic working here. All right. First of all, thank you all for being here. I want to thank the Portland Tribune. I want to thank Mark Garber, who's here somewhere, for setting up this opportunity. This is a listening session. I want to have the opportunity to hear you. And if everybody's yelling, nobody can hear anything. First of all, I want to thank the tens of thousands of Portlanders who've come out to demonstrate in support of racial justice and equity. I want to thank the thousands of you who've come out to oppose the Trump administration's occupation of our city. It is an unconstitutional occupation. The tactics that are being used by our federal officers are abhorrent. They do not act with probable cause. People are not being told who they are being arrested by, and they're being denied basic constitutional rights. The reason this is important is because it's not just happening in Portland. And the president has made it clear it's going to happen in cities that are controlled by Democratic leaders. That is a use of police force, federal police force, for political ends. That is not an acceptable solution anywhere in America. And we are on the front line here in Portland. If we are not able to get the federal administration to back off and leave our city, it will happen all across the United States, jeopardizing our United States Constitution. With regard to the local police, because I'm not shirking that responsibility either, we have heard you. You've asked for reforms. We passed historic reforms. We reduced the budget, and we're starting next week on the big work, which is reforming the oversight and accountability system, which I've committed to work with my colleagues to do. I know for many of you that's not enough, and I respect that, and I understand that. You're all entitled to your opinion, and the reason I wanted to be here tonight was not to talk, but to listen. And so with that, I'll allow you to take the microphone, and I will listen.
Everyone, I'm a medic. I am a medic. The federal agents shot at my head while I was trying to help a man who was bleeding out on the corner. Where were the cops to defend us? Where were your officers to protect me? Someone who's here to save lives. Where were they? Where were they to protect us? Where were you to keep your sick? Turn
suspicious. I get the microphone. Hello, people. Those of you who are on Facebook Live with me, I'm here with Ted Wheeler, and we're going to ask some poignant questions about the changes that we need to do in our city. So let's talk to Mr. Wheeler. So, Mr. Wheeler, everyone in the crowd wants to know what you're going to do about qualified immunity. Go ahead and answer that.
I am opposed to qualified immunity. We're going to get rid of it. To do it, we have to work with our state legislature to do it. I'm 100% committed to getting rid of qualified immunity.
Okay, he's 100%.
Asked when. I'm hoping it will come up in the next special legislative session, which is scheduled in the next couple of weeks. But I believe today. Good, thank you.
Yeah, those of you who got your ballot today, understand that Mr. Wheeler has committed to getting rid of qualified immunity for police. So we do have to hold his feet to the fire and make sure that we hold him accountable for what he has committed to do. Next question. You say that the feds are doing all of this illegal activity, and we see it. We see our First Amendment rights being denied. We see our Fourth Amendment rights being trampled on. This happened before the feds got here. We've been having our Fourth Amendment rights trampled my entire life. I'm a 43-year-old man. I was here during the choke 'em, don't smoke 'em t-shirts. I remember that. I'm a friend of James Perez, who died 97 seconds after he was stopped by police. We've been having our rights trampled before the feds came. Under your watch, what do you plan on doing about our rights? And just look at these people. They're here for a reason. They want to know what you're going to do to protect our rights, because they're not being protected.
There is no question that we here in Portland, and I will say me as police commissioner, I'm not going to make this about other people, we have been too slow to acknowledge both the systematic racism and the injustice of the police system, but also the education system, the economic system, access to housing, access to health care. And what you're seeing around you is a referendum on where America is today with regard to racial justice. And what people are saying overwhelmingly is it has not worked, it is broken, and we need to fundamentally reform the system. And so I will continue to work with my colleagues on the City Council. We passed historic reforms. We've directed resources from the Police Bureau back into the community. We are in the process of overhauling the oversight and accountability system, but it starts with who we hire. We need more diversity in our hiring, how we train officers, and how we hold officers accountable. And all of those things are already in process with our colleagues. It came 40 years too late. I cannot argue that point. It's come 400 years too late.
My last question before I pass the microphone is we've seen our local police department working in conjunction, and multiple people have witnessed that they've worked in conjunction with groups like the Proud Boys. What do you have to say about that?
If there was ever any solid proof that they were working with the Proud Boys or any other organization, it would be appalling to me personally, and there would be discipline. Now, I want to be clear, that have constitutional rights, but I don't want police officers taking sides politically. They have to be content neutral and agnostic to what the politics of the moment are. It gets very dangerous when policing becomes politicized, and that's what Donald Trump is doing with his federal troops when he says, I'm only sending them into cities that are controlled by Democratic mayors. That is politicization of the police force. It is not acceptable, and it is unconstitutional.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I do have a question for you as well, Mr. Mayor. Before you, I had spoken to your predecessor.
Sorry, I thought this was going to be a listening session.
No, well, we got questions, and you are the only man that has the answers, and we're hoping that your answers are what we are hoping to hear. I had spoken to your predecessor after the first time I had to hold up a sign that said, "I can't breathe," in honor of another black man strangled by police. And I talked to your predecessor, who confirmed to me that when this president, who is now our current president, whether or not we agree or not, would enforce stop and frisk in the city, he guaranteed me that he would not. I think we've now gone even past stop and frisk to having federal officers unidentified on the streets pulling off civilians, which is even worse than at least having a badge and a name that I can identify to. Is there anything within our local government and state government to be able to stop having these federal officers or to protect us against them, seeing that they are now the instigators? You yourself have said this on multiple news channels, CNN, MSNBC, that you agreed that this had calmed down. We were working with the city. This is now obviously brought out not just mothers, not just people of all races and colors, ages, but it's making a lot of people very angry. What can you say that you are going to do to protect us against them?
So the first thing that I am doing to protect us is I'm doing everything in my power to get them to leave. And what that means specifically is I have been raising the alarm nationally. I've been on national TV shows talking to people about what is happening in this city and that they cannot be passive and sit back and watch it in Portland, because it will come to a city near them next. The next thing we're doing is using the tools of the law. Our state attorney general, our city attorneys, they're looking at every legal action available in our state.
I'm going to stop you right there even with that, because this is the same party line that you've been toting the last couple of days. That this is what you've been telling, but the issue is that those are words. What is the action? What are you going to do tonight when we have unidentified federal officers on the streets hurting your civilians, hurting your citizens, the people that elected you? What are you going to do about this? And if there isn't something that you can't do, can you say that there is nothing you can do? Because anything that goes through legislation, anything that goes through a lawsuit through our Attorney General will take months, if not years, to be held up.
I believe the fastest path is what we are pursuing, which is we're working with our United States senators and our congressmen, congressional delegation. They control the money. They control the paychecks. They control the power of the purse. That's probably the fastest tool we have, other than the legal actions that our state attorney general is taking, which I strongly support. And then, of course, just bringing global attention to this issue.
So you're saying that tonight there is nothing you can do to protect these thousands of people around us immediately from the federal officers in our city? There's nothing immediately that you can do to protect us?
I think what we are doing tonight is actually the best thing we can do right now, is be here, be heard, be unified, and be clear. We didn't want them. We didn't ask for them. They are not trained for what they're being asked to do, and we want them to leave.
Thank you, Mr.
Hey, Mayor Wheeler. My name is Simab Husseini. I'm with the Council on American Islamic Relations, Oregon chapter. And the question I have is that the precedent for how we've been treated as protesters night after night for the past 55 days has been already laid by Portland Police Bureau and how they've treated us. So the only thing that we're getting from the federal agents is an escalation and less expired munitions, more potent munitions coming at us. So it's already been laid down. The way we've been treated has been happening to us by PPB all the time. The whole protest and all beyond. We're here protesting for Kwame Hayes. We're here protesting for the lives that have been lost at the hands of PPP. So the federal thing to me is just gaslighting. That's not as important as what's actually happening. The systemic violence that Black lives have been facing, and that all of us are here trying to say Black Lives Matter. It's a statistical expression. So what are you going to commit to outside of the 15 million that you guys started with, which is not enough? What are you going to commit to between now and through your campaign, and if you make it past your campaign, what are you going to commit to as far as substantial changes in law enforcement, and as well as regulating the PPA? Because Darryl Turner has clearly taken over as commissioner over your duties for the last 55 days up until Trump came.
So, first of all, I cannot regulate Daryl Turner. He's a union official. There's nothing I can do to discipline a union official. Let me just answer the question. Let me answer the question. Daryl and I have had our public disagreements. And when he says something that I disagree with, I call him out. He certainly feels free to call me out, and he most certainly has. The second thing that I would tell you is with regard to munitions, I do not like the deployment of crowd control munitions generally because they tend to be indiscriminate. If I am committing a criminal act and you are not, and we're standing in close proximity, the munition doesn't know the difference. And so I called for restrictions on those munitions. All of them are up for review. The special session of the legislature is looking at them. And tactics, absolutely. And I have asked the police bureau to do two things. I have asked them to de-escalate the situation, and when they make arrests, make sure they are people who are specifically engaged in illegal activity.
I have personally been shot by these munitions indiscriminately. I have been gassed indiscriminately by not being a participant.
That we've done together on sanctuary city status.
The main question I think a lot of people are asking right now, Mr. Mayor, is
I'm a deaf individual and I need access, and when everyone is yelling and you are in the space, you are taking away my access. My sign language interpreters are not able to relay the messages that are being said. I have a right to also listen. This is a city for access for everybody. Please be mindful and respectful of that. Do not crowd.
People with special needs that would like to be able to communicate. Please and thank you.
This is not productive. This is really not fair. What bank is it? Let's make it that right here and now.
Who's here with him right now? Are you here with him? He was supposed to be in
Not liking the vibe I'm getting. I want out. Okay, we need to go out.
No, not yet. I would.
Oh, and others, please, can everyone move back just a couple steps? Please. We have those that are trying to speak.
Yes, I would agree.
Okay. Will you commit to working towards abolishing the Portland Police Bureau? Yes or no?
No, I do not support that.
Whatever Kate Brown want to do, right? Why are you going against what she want to do? Why are you going against Kate Brown and whatever decision she want to make? You tell us no and do what you want to do in the office. So why are you coming? Why are you out here tonight to do what? To make a stop? To prove a point? Like, I need to ask you a question. What are your job right now to help all of us right now?
So I wanted to be out here tonight. It's been several weeks since I came out with the crowd to hear what people are talking about, what they're thinking. And I met with people one-on-one or with small groups, but I wanted to be here and hear what people are thinking. And I was invited to do a listening session tonight by the Portland Tribune, OPB, and Coin News. And I'm here to hear what people have to say.
Okay, so I have a 9-year-old son, right? What the fuck do I need to tell my son when he get older? I have a 9-year-old son. The police police. So what do I tell my son when he go to his friend's house, go to school? What do I tell him? The police is nice? The police gonna kill you?
That his father was there when we began the fundamental reform of policing that we have needed in this country for a long, long time. And you were part of the vanguard of that movement. We're making huge progress right now. We have a long way to go. I'm not going to say we don't, but we are actually making change now at the speed of light in terms of how we are allocating resources, commitments to equity in BIPOC communities, support for things like education, housing, healthcare, the basic things that actually are also related to safety for all families in our community. And a big thrust for me is around economic prosperity.
There is a question asked in the row behind us by at least 5-10 people. Are you willing to give up your control of the Portland Police Bureau to Joanne Hardesty? As a woman of color who has lived in this city, would you be willing to give her that ability to be able to work, as also her representing the fire department and all the others?
We have a new commissioner coming on in August. I don't know who that new commissioner is going to be. And we have at least one and possibly more new commissioners coming on in a couple of months in January. All of the bureaus are up for discussion, all of them.
So currently you will not be giving it to Joanne Hardesty within any amount of time currently. You will not be giving up your role as a part of, in control of the police commission.
I do not currently have plans to do so, no, but I have been working and partnering with Commissioner Hardesty on a number of reforms that we've already passed. We have a good working relationship, not just in the police bureau, but also the work that we're doing around the Portland Street Response, our 911 call center. There's a lot of good work that Commissioner Hardesty and I are committed to doing together.
Okay, so to confirm, you said no, you will not be giving up the Portland Police Bureau to Joanne Hardesty to be in control of.
I have no plans at this time to do that. That is correct.
Thank you.
I reserve the right to be able to do, as mayor, I assign bureaus, and I reserve a right to be able to do that later if I so choose.
Mr. Wheeler, so as a Latin person and you being here willing to listen, that's your intent tonight. A lot of people don't acknowledge that Latin people and Native American people were subject to the most successful ethnic cleansing that has ever been attempted on Earth. 95% of us were wiped out. So keeping that in mind and looking at all of our black brothers and sisters and how scared we are out of our minds, are you ready to admit that internalized racism internally and externally in Portland culture might have had a role to play in your lack of action in this?
Well, first of all, I don't believe I have had a lack of action. I know there are people who think I have not moved fast enough. But I will, but I will. I buried the lead. But I will agree to the statement you made about systematic racism, about my own power and privilege. And power and privilege can blind people to the reality. And when George Floyd was murdered, there is no way anyone in this country could not see the depth of the systematic injustice and racism that has plagued BIPOC communities in this country since its founding. And that goes for me too. It goes for me too, absolutely.
So I'm in a very interesting position, being a part of this movement, being somebody who is half white but is also Mexican, and that's very scary for me, especially because this movement is not about me; it's about other people, and it's very rightfully so. I'm scared. I want to know if you're scared, and if you are, what are you scared of?
I would say the biggest thing I'm scared of is that we lose the moment. That the moment and the movement get overshadowed by something else. Nationally, we now have a reckoning. Nationally, we've awoken to the systematic racism and the injustice and the massive inequities that exist for BIPOC communities nationally. And I'm worried that the Trump administration is changing the channel. And it's becoming about crowd control tactics as opposed to systematic racism and injustice or even police reform. We're moving our attention off the ball. That's my concern. That's what keeps me up, and that's one of the reasons.
Hi, my name is Philip Wolf. First, I want to let everybody know that I am deaf and I need accessibility, so I need to be able to see the interpreter. If there's too many people crowded around, I lose my access. People, you can hear, you are able-bodied. That is a privilege. Be aware of your privilege, please, and be respectful to other people who do not have the ability to hear. Okay? I also have the right to ask a question and have a response from the mayor. So please, can everyone move back? Just a few steps. Please move back. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. First of all, I want to understand something. From day one, the Portland police have used flash bombs, tear gas, and other tactics against protesters. People who are disabled, whatever accessibility they have is already lacking. So when there's added escalation with the police, our access is gone and we're at risk. We're in danger. I want to know and I want to understand that when you say it's the feds' fault, they're the ones to blame for making the situation worse. They are the reason that we are being hurt. I see you blaming the feds. I don't see you taking action because the feds haven't been here since day one, but you have been. So what are you doing for us as a community? What are you doing for the disabled community? You have to stop gaslighting us. You have to be honest and direct with your answers.
Philip, it's good to see you again, and I appreciate the question again. I am not blaming the feds solely. I am absolutely calling out what the federal government is doing here in the city of Portland because I do believe fundamentally it is a threat to American democracy, but that does not give any of us the excuse or the opportunity to ignore what our own responsibilities are here. I am standing in front of you as the mayor and as the police commissioner, and I am taking full responsibility and accountability for the actions of the police bureau. And we are. We actually are. Philip, you can disagree with whether you think what we have done is enough right now. You can disagree. Honest people can disagree. Portlanders can disagree. But we have already made historic changes. We've already redirected funds, and we have a lot more work to do. And by the way, I'd love to see a lot of this energy turned into working with us to make those additional changes. It's not about me. It's about you. It's about you. It's about you. It's about all of us as a community. As a community.
But the issue is the Portland Police Bureau have been using abusive and assaultive tactics on us from day one. And now tonight is the first night that you've actually been out to talk to us. And you also have not prioritized accessibility. I have had to bring my own interpreters tonight. I'm paying them myself because you have failed to provide accessibility for the community. Where is our access?
So, Philip, in large measure because of your advocacy at Portland City Hall, we have been working on the access issues that we did for the Office of Equity and Human Rights. You were the one who led that effort, and I have supported it, and that's what we're doing in City Hall. As for community events, you and I have had many conversations. I was invited here tonight. I agree with you, there should always be an interpreter, and at the events that I plan, there always are interpreters, and I'm sorry you had to bring your own. Aren't you an interpreter? Am I?
10. It's me, Keon. Donna, how are you doing? You remember me last time when I talked to you last time? Okay, so, and the time before and all the other times, and I'm back again. And you know why I'm back again? Because you told me that you were going to put the money within the schools in North and Northeast, and I still haven't seen it. But what I'm here to talk to you about is, we're all here for what? Black Lives Matter. We're not here to talk about the police, because I can give a fuck about the police. We're not here to talk about defunding the police. What we're here about is so that you can put the money where it needs to belong, which is with our black and brown kids. Let's talk about the biggest system right now that is being funded. It's not the police system. It is the school to prison pipeline. That is the biggest funded system right now. And what you need to do as in Oregon, as the mayor, is take the money out of the Justice Center and put it into the education system. For example, let's talk about numbers. Let's talk about numbers, right? So, for example, if a black or brown child gets suspended or expelled, they are 3 times more to go to the justice system within that year. And also, if we look at numbers, black and brown kids are 31% more likely to be suspended or expelled for minor, not major, but for minor offenses. So my question to you as the mayor, right? You're the mayor. Okay. So my question to you is, what are you doing? Because we defunded the police, right? Where's that money at?
I think after all the years you and I have been together, we now are aligned and we are in agreement on something really important. First of all, you advocated for, and the city council, including me, heard you, and we got rid of the school resource officer program. It is gone, and we are reallocating those resources back into the community. They have not been allocated yet, but you are 100% right that the biggest inequity is around education, both access to education, support for young kids in their educational endeavors, and then opportunities for job training or pathways to higher education when they complete their primary education. And I am extremely passionate about that, and I agree with you, and I'm very excited to keep working with the people that we have. I'm the chair of the Children's Levy. The Children's Levy, allocates a lot of money to early childhood issues. I've been a big supporter of Kairos, PDX, and Cali Lad. Those are all really important efforts, and I will continue to fight alongside you to do that. Thank you.
So one more thing. We talked about the Children's Levy last time, right? And yes, you are on that committee. But my question is, where are their funds going? Because those funds aren't going to North Portland schools. Those funds are going to Northeast Portland schools. Those funds definitely are going to East County, where you guys had gentrified North and Northeast and sent all of the black and brown people to. So if you're on that committee and you're sitting here saying that you're aligned with me, that you agree with me, what are you doing?
So the Children's Levy, we cannot direct resources, I believe, directly to school districts. We can't just transfer the funds to other governments. But what we do is we actually allocate those towards school support, early childhood. A big thrust is early childhood support, and not just for the kids, but also for their families. Child care is critically important. A lot of our families are struggling with access to child care, and that creates problems because if you have a 2 or even a 3 job family, they can't necessarily do the things they need to do to support their kids the way they want to in the education system. And we cannot allocate the Children's Levy outside the city of Portland, but we do have partnerships in all of the school districts within the city of Portland. I would love to actually see the Children's Levy model replicated statewide, because it's a very effective and accountable levy, and I didn't know about your enthusiasm for it. I'm really excited. I feel like we have found alignment on that issue, and I appreciate it. Sure.
So the money that you guys, quote unquote, defunded from the police department, maybe approximately 30 days ago, when we first started coming out here, where's the money now?
So a big chunk of it has been allocated towards a program that is being started by Commissioner Hardesty that elevates black youth. It's like a black youth. It's not an advocacy program, but it's a mutual support and coaching effort that Commissioner Hardesty is leading. A lot of it has gone into the street response. Over half of it's being saved for a community-driven process in terms, put aside for a community-driven allocation process. So it has not yet been allocated, but it will be through a community process. I'm I'm not sure. I believe that's happening through the Office of Community and Civic Life, and I don't have the specific timeline with me tonight. But if you give me your information, I can get back to you on that. Good.
Do we have any press immediately that has any emergent questions? Any press has emergent questions? Any press has emergent questions?
Mr. Mayor, my question is, have you explained to these folks how the city government works? The fact that you're the mayor does not make you the only one that makes the decisions. Without 2 or more commissioners, you can't do anything. Do they understand that? Can you explain that to them? You don't need any help or support. Is that a live shot right here? Too high. Everybody's over there.
Yeah, I thought you guys planned this. Come on. That coin.
I want you to go talk to everyone who's here tonight. There's like 2,000 people. You're talking to about 10 people. I want you to go over there to the steps and talk to your city. Can you do that? We can ask more questions, but I want everybody to hear all the answers. It's only fair. We're going to listen, but we want everyone to hear. Everyone deserves to hear. Not just 10, 15 people. Everyone, the whole city. Okay? So we want you to go over there and take questions.
Looks like we're going to get ready to
could I ask everybody to step back 3 feet, please? There'll be plenty of time. Could everybody step back 3 feet, because we don't want people up front crushed. If everybody could please step back 3 feet, we'd appreciate that.
Everybody, please! We gotta let the man talk. Everyone back and lead the fight. Please, everyone back up! 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 You gotta back up a little bit. Otherwise, there's no way to listen to what he's gonna say. Please, everyone, back up a little bit here, please. Absolutely. Absolutely. Please, let's at least give them some space.
Hold on, bro.
You gotta let the man speak before you can say anything.
Yeah, no, he doesn't deserve to speak. He's a fucking fascist. Fuck you.
Resign! 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 Resign!
Oh my God.
Whose lives matter? Whose lives matter? Black lives matter! 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 Whose lives matter?
Will you shut up?
Whose lives matter? Black lives matter! You're pandering! Fuck Ted Wheeler!
There are a lot of people down here. You can't really hear what the mayor is saying or questions that are being asked.
Black lives matter!
Will you shut up?
Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter!
Hey, you with the dumb hair, shut up!
We've seen
with your mouth! We're talking about you, asshole! We're talking about you, asshole! You are the problem! Resign, bitch!
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
No, fuck you! Whose lives matter?
Regardless of your flavor for Mayor Ted Wheeler, definitely got Mr. Cojones coming down to this conference and getting gas and shot by the police going on for once. Everything that even transpired.
In honor of another black man strangled by police.
And the purpose, the reason people are mad is,
This president, who is now our current president, whether or not we agree or not, would enforce stop and frisk in the city he guaranteed me that it would not. I think we've now gone even past stopping for us to having federal officers unidentified on the streets pulling off civilians, which is even worse than at least having a badge and a name that I can identify to. Is there anything within our local government and state government to be able to stop having these federal officers or to protect us against them? See that they are now the instigators. You yourself have said this on multiple news channels, CNN, MSNBC, that you agree that this had come down. We were working with the city. This is now obviously brought out not just mothers, not just people of all races and colors, ages, but it's really making a lot of people very angry. What can you
Come
say
up with something genuine, not written.
Against that?
The first thing that I'm doing to protect this
We're mad at him!
to get them to leave. What that means specifically is I am raising the national
Bullshit, Ted! Bullshit! How many times do you rehearse this? We're talking about you, asshole!
You started this! PTV started this!
The next thing we're doing is using tools of the law.
You can't leave!
This is the guy with the blue mask and the gray hair.
Ted Wheeler! Ted Wheeler! Ted Wheeler! Ted Wheeler!
Hurting your citizens to be more aggressive. What are you going to do about this? Hold it up high like that. That's why I can't. Anything that goes through legislation, anything that goes through a lawsuit or attorney general will take months.
Thanks for reading the terms and conditions, bitch! Use police!
It stings. It's hard to breathe. And I can tell you with 100% honesty, I saw nothing that provoked this response. It's nasty stuff. I'm not afraid, but I am pissed off.
What are you pissed about?
This is a egregious overreaction on the part of the federal officers. There was nothing that I saw anybody do that warranted this reaction. And all it's doing, as you can see, it hasn't stopped the threat. So they fired munitions, they fired tear gas. All it's done is piss everybody off even more. It's made people angry. They've come in and they've kicked a hornet's nest. This is not a de-escalation strategy. This is flat out urban warfare. And it's being brought on the people of this country by the President of the United States. And it's got to stop now. This is a threat to our democracy.
Let's go home! It's you, Dad! You've been here now for 50 nights, Ted! Ernie, toes on the fence! You've been here now for 50 nights! More than 50 nights! Welcome to the party! You're just as bad as that! What are you going to do? You're good, right? Doing this to your people, man. Breathe it in. You gotta fucking stop that. Breathe it in. Breathe it in. Yeah, man, you fucking enjoy it. Fucking coward. Yeah, man, what do you think people feel, man? What is happening to your fucking people? Don't fucking push me. Yeah, I know. How's it feeling you, man? Breathe deep. Breathe deep. Let the feds come here, yeah, dude, you're fucking great. Hey, I thought police were fucking protect the people. How's it feel? It hurts all. Let it go anywhere. How's it feel? You can't run your city. How's it feel, guys? Stop pushing you. I'm not pushing you. I'm not pushing you. How's it feel? How does it feel? Don't fucking touch me! Fuck you, Ted Wheeler, fuck you!
There I go again. Oh my god. Where's my new phone? Hello!
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
Oh good, it's not shattered. Anyways, here we are. I forgot I could set this down now. We're on 3rd and Salmon. We just got here. Hi Maria. I'm trying a couple new things out tonight, so we'll see how that works. I got a new tripod. I got that phone now so I can actually be communicative. Boop! Hey! Okay, sorry. We're getting started here. Am I press or do I censor? I am press. I don't know what that second question is. Hi, Jody. Do your thing. Yeah. Okay. Let's get this action going. Hi, Penelope. Set this up a little higher here. I'm gonna have a good view. So right now we're on 3rd and Salmon. I'm gonna share this around a little bit to some people on the secondary device. I'm open to both sides. Yikes. See what I can pull up here. No? Oh, no. I know what I'm doing wrong. Sorry, tonight's stream is going to start a little slow because I'm going to do a few things on my phone here. I want to see. Okay. Hi, Clarence. Right now we're just kind of doing a view down Salmon, but in a second here we're gonna walk down. Here we go. Okay.
Is this your friends?
There's stuff going on. I will be streaming all night, Jose. I'm gonna be here until nothing's going on. Let me see. It is dark in the middle of the park here. I'm good, man. How are you, Clarence? I'll make this a little shorter. So I confirmed that that thing works that I was trying to do. Look at that line for riot ribs. It's very dark, I know. Let me see if the light will help. There we go. You can see how long the line is for riot ribs. Everyone wants to get a taste of that awesome, awesome barbecue. Let's turn this back up. Oops. There you go. Ooh.
First, I'm just gonna walk back.
All right.
A bunch of us were using it. With some people I do, I was going by Guppy, so it was my dad's house. Stay flexible.
There are so many people here. Hey Kyle, how are you, man? Oh, I'm so sorry. Ooh. I'm bumping into people.
Wait, we're gonna just went off there.
A-C-A-B, all cops are bastards.
The fog started a fire. canister started a fire. I didn't want to walk up behind you people. So let's go ahead. Everyone's going out the park. Okay. Well, you don't have to rush me.
Okay, we'll go. You're the only one standing here.
Clearly, because I didn't want to walk behind you. Yeah, I am. I didn't want to walk behind your guy.
You have to hurry up.
Well, you guys
I'm going to walk you over here so you get out of the danger.
That's a good idea. I didn't want to walk up behind your guys, so.
Okay, stay with me so you don't do it. Right here, hold up. Don't go behind these guys, all right?
Yep,
just keep walking.
Hold
up. Make a hole. All right, go ahead.
Can't see shit anymore.
I guess they don't like them. I'm the only person in the park. They're literally trying to the state that they're for all their shit. That's not their shit.
Yeah, no.
So have it all on camera. this week. They were going through tanks. They caught the medical supply tent on fire. Yes, they did. It's on my video. One of their canisters caught the tear gas, caught the medical tent on fire. And they were going through everybody's stuff, confiscating helmets, etc. I have no idea how the filter got put on there when the Fed walked up behind me. It got set, and then I don't know how to get it off. So you guys got to deal with the little filter. Sorry. Oh yeah, clearly you can see there was a fire at the courthouse. I'm not saying there wasn't a fire at the courthouse. It's obviously well documented.
Fucking okay? Fuck you! Okay, I gotta get back. Yeah, I'm good. There's no blood, I'm fucking fine!
We're not talking about the fire that obviously was set. We're talking about the medical tent. I just did what they asked me to say. It wasn't about getting out of the safe. I already thought that until everything cleared. But they didn't want me walking up behind their guy. Which I understand. I'm not trying to walk up on anyone's back, so I'll just stay in touch. But it's clear. I don't control the comment. I don't control what goes on. All I do is bring to you guys. I don't control anything else. They literally shot another person in the face, but it was a twin bullet. Those are 3 in 1. They do 3 shots in one. You good? Do you need water or eye wash? Water? That's what I'm asking. Do you need water or eye wash? Here, I have water right here.